Okay. Hello, everyone. It's the French Grand Prix, so I'll give us a minute. Okay, so it's the French Grand Prix today, and here in F1, round 12 of the calendar. We'll have to see how race plays out, because France has always been entertaining ERO, unlike real life, most of the times. So we'll have to see how this plays out. We should have a full lobby today. We have four more drivers. And as you've noticed in the bottom left corner, it is a one-shot qualifying with a sprint, and then the 50% race. So that's going to be quite entertaining to see how it shakes up the order. So you've noticed new names. We've got Nathan in the Williams. He's just signed up as a reserve. We've also got Smith in the Alpine, but I think he's trying to. So we're just waiting for both McLarens of King and Jerry. Brendan, who'll be racing today from F2, and Mats. So we're just waiting for them. Right, so we're just waiting for the McLaren duo, Matt and Brendan. Right, so now we're just missing one driver. So, right. Alright, so sorry, we're just waiting to see what happens here. Because Matt should be the last car joining officially, and then it should be on. We should have 19. Hopefully, Brendan can join it during the sprint, but we'll have to see how this works. Right, so let's see how France is going to be today, because the last few seasons it's been one of the most entertaining races in the season. And obviously, with one shot qualified, a sprint and the race is just asking for absolute mayhem. It's just going to be me today. Obviously, I'm back today. Obviously, after what's his name? I really struggle with his names, especially like that sort of thing. Oh, who just left? Oh. Just double check the settings because Matt wants to make sure. No, that's what I was looking at. There we go. Sprint race off, one shot long. Yep. We're just waiting for something to happen because we're figuring out the driver can't race because Tamtam's internet may have just died and he might not be able to race. We're just waiting for Matt to see what Tamtam says. Alright, so Tamtam's internet's just died. We are giving him just the 2 minutes quickly to see if we can get it sorted out. If not, we go up time. Right. So we're just waiting for one driver to hopefully Tamtam get his internet restarted and Matt should join. Right, so Tamtam's joining, he's picked the Haas, so I think he might be in. We're just waiting for Mats now and everyone go. Come on, Mats. We're just waiting for one driver, which is Mats, and hopefully he can get in as quickly as possible. Because I want to get this going as soon as possible. It always happens! I did see, yeah. Alright, so Mats is gonna have to join because... What the hell just happened? Oh, bloody hell, he reset it, that's why. Oh, this is why he goes to chaos. Oh. Right, Matt should right, 19 drivers. Yeah, a match is gonna have to join mid during the race. We can't do anything about this now. We want to get going. No. Yeah, right. We're just waiting for Matt to join, and then we're going because Matt has just had a bit of a chaos. Right, there we go. Matt's in. We got 19 drivers. Brendan must not have not realised the time change. So let's see how France plays out and see what the weather is. Right, so here we go. We got France sent poll record. The track that apparently is going to be replaced, which is going to be thankful because it's so boring in real life. Right, so let's see how this one shot's going to go because I'm going to hide the hood so we'll see who's leading. I'm going to stick on one car only and we're going to see who gets the pole here because you've got loads of Frenchmans in the thing. You've got King looking for his title. You've got Jerry, who's made an absolutely incredible impact after 2 races, 2 wins. Right. Just waiting for everyone to get their setups on. So apparently it is dry, is what I'm getting a report. Oh! Oh, that's funny. Josh was joking on it was dry, and as you can see, it is not dry for qualifying. So, right, so we're gonna have a wet qualifier to start the race. Right, so Josh says it's gonna be a wet qualifier and a dry race and sprint. I'm hoping. So we're gonna have this is gonna be. France is notorious for the curbs because they can't spin you out if you hit the accelerator too much. So this is going to be key of how is everyone going to react to this? Is there going to be a Frenchman on pole again? Are we going to see a new pole maybe from someone? We'll have to see how it plays out because we are going to start now with a one-shot qualifying. Alright. There we go. I will not be flicking. So I'm going to pick one random driver. I'm going to pick this Haas and that's the only car that I'm sticking on. You will not know who is who till the end. There you can see there's a little hint. Right, so we'll have to see how this qualifying plays out because I am not sure anything. So we're sticking on board of the Haas of Pangrio for this lap in the Haas today, the reserve. And obviously, as it's into conditions, not wet, thankfully. Let's jump back because Enzo's already out. One of the Frenchmen's crashed out already. So that's not a good start to the French Grand Prix. I am going to keep doing that to show you this literally the hint who's leading. But I can see it's one of the McLarens right now is leading the way from one of the Mercedes. Is it the same thing? Yes. Let's going to quickly jump up forward. Let's see what has going on further ahead. As I guess a Ferrari of, I'm going to guess that is Kale in the Ferrari. Coming around the fast right-hander there. Taking a, he's got a very low setup, it looks like. The Sparks, the clean right-hander here. Could be seen a lot of overtakes around this corner today if they get the braking correct. The Ferrari, obviously, had a good chance to win here this year, but it didn't. Obviously, the same with Kale and Liam, they've had chances, but they haven't been able to take it. But as we're going to finish the lap now, I am going to put it on only on the final stretch to see who's leading. As here we go, final corner, and it is Jerry who still leads the way. Jerome is P2, and Jerry looks like he's going to take the pole for the French Grand Prix. And he does it by 2.5 tenths. As there is qualifying, Jerry takes the pole for the sprint. So now Jerry's one lap pace is 3 tenths quicker, but Jerome, a great P2 to start off with. Then Axe is the highest Frenchman in third. Then Sniper, a stunning lap by the Austrian, putting fourth. Then Guil, Kale, Black Box is all the way down in P7. Josh Evans in P8, Loki P9, Masiek P10 for the top 10, then Pangrio 11. Smith in his debut in P12, Tam Tam returning P13, and then Nathan, all the, the returnees in 12 to 14th. Then Nathan, then Matt, Sarakaya, and Sander. Sander, Liam, and Enzo do not set times. Liam and Sander for tracker violations, and Enzo crashed out. So, let's see how this will play out here, because the start apparently is very dry. It was maybe a wet qualifying, and that's it. So, obviously, I've just got to check something. Yeah, that's fair. Right, so now sprint qualifying. Normally, guys I feel, is going for the mediums because they can make the full stint, and it means you're ready for the race. As you can tell, it's still dark, but I feel like it should be dry. Right, let's see. Because I feel like we're going to see a lot of mediums. I think some people might go bold and go soft, maybe, but I don't feel like you're going to have that many. We'll have to play out as. Oh, hello. I was waiting for the flags. We can't do anything yet until the sprint starts. And Enzo's got a drive through. That is not helping the Frenchman at all. As we'll get everything up now. As there we go. Jerry leads. Axe has gotten past Jerome into P2. Further back, it looks like Google's trying to get past Sniper also. Oh, it's Chaos in the back. Masiek spun out and he's out into the last position. Further back ends. Oh, wow, that's a lot of debris. Oh, there goes Keel! So we've already had a few incidents already on track. But we'll get the tyres up actually as well before I forget. So only Sanders went for the stop. Sorry, wrong button. But it looks like everyone else in the top half got through clear. So we're going to have to see how this is going to play out. Because this race, obviously, it's only 12 laps old. And the DRS is going to be the major point. If you pull out of the DRS, you've got a great chance to get away. And Axel knows this because he's sticking to Jerry. You have to do a great start, takes the P2 further back, Smith's on the charge into P9 now. And in the Alpine today, he's the highest starter so far, I think. I'll quickly get that up after the end of this lap. Let's see what it says. So yeah, he's up 3. Matt is up 4. Sorry, Kaya's up 4. Liam's up 4. Enzo, but he has to take a drive-through penalty. Kale's lost 13 positions with that spin. But Jerry is going to lead the first lap of the GP. And with the Frenchman of Axa right behind. Starting to get past Enzo, but Enzo's going to have to take his drive-through, remember, soon. So he has to take it in 3 laps after getting it. But it looks like a bit of a DRS trend. Everyone's managed to stay in a good gap. Yellow flags, and it's Enzo again! Enzo's day has gotten worse and worse. He crashed out in qualifying. He started last, and now has a drive-through, and now spins out. It's not good for that Frenchman. But can Axa in P2 do anything against Jerry, who leads the Grand Prix? That's a huge DRS train. That's incredible how big that DRS train is. All the way back there to P10. 10 cars in the train. As Matt is 2 seconds behind Pangrio, so this is going to be, I think, the battle for the point. Black Box has also lost a position, I've just noticed. He's in P8, not P7 anymore. Loki Jeeves in P7. So the question is, how much of the DRS is going to affect everyone? Because DRS around here, if you have a good setup, can be really handy to get past the car you struggle to take over in sector 1, 3. But now we're going to say Liam's going for Sander. So Sander must have had a bit of a mistake there. Liam takes the position, but we'll jump back and ball to the front runners as we're starting lap 3. This is DRS. Yellow flags. Who's that for? That's Sarakaya. We spun out at the entry of pit exit. Pit entry. Bloody hell, I can't talk. Pit entry, I mean. Sorry, guy drops the last place now. Enzo takes his drive through, and now DRS is activated like it's just told us. Can Jerry hold off the Frenchman behind him? Or someone else going to make the pounce? Because Jerry's going to have no... He's going to have to get a Kleenex, but he wobbled there. He lost a 10th now. Is that going to be a crucial thing for AXA behind? As Jerry goes for the ERS now, we'll jump on board of AXA and see what he does. He's not using his ERS. We'll happily sit in the DRS. As we've got 10 cars in DRS. All top 10. Further back, you got Tam Tam. It looks like they're going to move on maybe for Max for P11. And the Belgian driver does so. In the Haas today for the first time since he signed up 2 years ago. Reserving. And into P11 to see what he can do in the race. Further ahead, it looks like King is trying to get past the low key, but he can't do it. Loki defends the inside, he needs the door, but King's gone for it. Further ahead, you got the other Alfa Romeo, Val Drone. You can see him further. Josh, not Drone, bloody hell. Sniper's got the inside, but Josh has the better line, and he's going to get the better exit and takes the position. But that battle has lost the DRS to the cars ahead, and Sniper's going to have the DRS effect. Because is Josh going to get DRS here? No, he's not. So the DRS battle is going to go to Sniper. Can he get right past Josh Evans here for P5? Josh defends, takes the tightest line he can. Sniper dives for turn 1, but a great move by Sniper to take the position back. But they've lost the DRS train to fuel ahead. But Josh isn't giving up here yet. Josh is going to come fighting back. A great move to take back the position. But again, Sniper is going to be given DRS because of this. And now low key is closer. If he could actually make a move on Josh. And further ahead, it looks like nothing's going on in the top 4. They're all happily staying in position. Sniper is going to go for move. Sarah Kai gets a 3-second time penalty. And Josh Evans, as it looks like Sniper's hindering, he does not want to overtake him. Further back, further back, there goes Smith on black box. He's going for the switchback here, but Smith just can't do it. And he's going to go for it. He's going to go on the flat right hander. King has to defend this. He's got no ERS. Smith's got the inside line. Who is going to take it? And they keep it clean around the flat right hander. And King's trying to defend this. But Smith's got so much better grip than ERS. He's just going to steal it from King. Oh, Smith locks up and nearly goes to the rear. King gets the position back and he's still side by side. They're still battling. Smith's trying to get a better run at him on the final corner. Further ahead, nothing else is going on the DRS train. But there's a lot of battles in the second group. Now, as King has got no ERS now compared to the guys. And that's allowed Pangrillo to catch back up. Josh still leads this train as Sniper does not want to overtake him yet. And further behind, further in front, you've got the 3 FR guys right behind TF, Jerry. As it looks like not much else going on top of these guys all battling. The Alfa Romeos are looking very racy today. As Loki's holding off King behind, but the big question is, can Josh hold him off this time? And what is Smith going to do? Is he going to go for another move here? And you bet he is. He's got a huge run coming out to the backstretch. And King cannot hold this back now. Unless he's going to break late to try and stick with him. But no, oh, Josh Josh is in contact with Sniper. Who was so busy on Smith there? Josh and Sniper have had contact and then spun the Red Bull driver to P11. And further back, block box for Sniper because Sniper got front wing damage. It doesn't look like it. As further and Smith's going for the outside line. Can he do this move with Loki? But they just can't pull it off yet. Loki defends the inside, but Smith goes on the pole for the outside. But he can't do it. He's going to go for a better run here. Smith's got the better run. Loki coming into the final few corners. And Loki's trying to defend this, but Smith is going to have DRS on the British driver. And Loki defends, breaks right in the middle. Can Smith get past now for P5? Loki defends the inside. Smith needs to to the outside. King's trying to follow suit. And Smith's going to get past. And Black Box can't do it. As I've noticed further ahead, Google has overtaken control for P3 now. So the Frenchman's trying to do an attack now. There's so much battles going on the front. As I've said, the French Grand Prix always will bring something, and it's brought huge battles here already. But about it looks like Axel is just sitting happily behind Jury. Is he goes? Axel did think of it there, but he backed out of the move. Unless he's just trying to bait Jury into a mistake. Further back, it looks like Loki's going to have to hold off. But I'm curious to see if Sniper actually did get any damage from that contact. Ooh, was a massive one for Black Box there. Sorry, just had a bit going on there. Not much is going on, so the top four all tightly packed up now within 2 seconds of all four of these guys. That Smith leads the second group with Loki. Black Box is struggling with his ERS now. I further back, Matt has gone past Sander there. Sander's going to have the DRS, and it looks like he should get past him, but it looks like Matt is defending him with the ERS. And it's going to do it. So Sanders softs. But Sanders going to go for a dive. What a bold move by the LP, but he does it. As it looks like Max is going to come back ahead, but Sanders weaves to the inside. And Max is trying to find a route. It's now Liam and Ken are right behind them. And it looks like Liam's letting Keel by. He wants to let his faster teammate go for it. But it looks like nothing else is further going ahead. The top four are still the same. And everyone else, as Smith is pulled out and nearly an 8-10 gap onto the Alpha Male behind him. So he's starting in P13, but he's into P5. With a great 7 laps that's further behind. I've seen all that there. Keel's got past everyone there to make it into P12 now. I just saw that in the background. As now it looks like Liam is trying to follow his teammate as he goes to the inside of Sander. Sander's boxed in from Matt's ahead. And Liam might be able to keep it. Let's see who's going to get around the fast right-hander. And it looks like Sander's going to take Liam backs off. But Liam goes to the inside for a bold move, but just can't make it. But now, the big thing is, Loki's out of DRS. This could be King's chance to get into P6 for the race. Because the sprint qualifying only will determine the grid for today's race at France. Loki is now going to defend without any DRS from Smith ahead, who's been absolutely rapid since he took it from the start. In 8 laps, he's managed to gain a lot of positions. And around France, especially with how the track is, it's really hard. He's up 7 positions from P12. So could we see him challenge for the race win today, or even a podium? We'll have to see how this plays out, because P5 is a great place to start at France. Especially with how turn 1 can end up. And further back, here comes King. Loki is defending, but King's going to have an ERS, and he just takes the move. King now is trying to probably get away from Loki and catch up to Smith. But I don't think it's going to happen. As meanwhile, the Frenchmen are all over the McLaren now. Look at this. Joel is just waiting to see if anything happens to take the spoils. But Jerry's got 1 more lap now, and both of these guys have already been saving the ERS. Yellow flag, who is that? Oh, it's Loki James! Something happened to Loki James there, and he's dropped all the way to P11 now. So now, Black Box has only got Sniper behind him for pressure. But we'll jump on board to the lead group now. We've got 1 more lap to go. And this is when Axel is going to take a push here for that P1. Axel again, he's trying to make a move, Jerry, because these two have had a lot of conflict in the last few weeks on the track and in the F1 chat, is what I'm going to say. But now that's going to be the big question here. Now we'll stick about. Is Axel and Google going to take them and take a 1-2 from there for the race, or are they going to sit behind Jerry? Because Jerry started using his ERS now, so we'll stick on board with McLaren. Is Axel close enough to make a move? Further back, Sander. I think Jerry's done enough. Axel's charging. They just can't get enough speed. So it looks like unless Axe can pull something off in the final sector, Jerry's going to take the pole position for the sprint. From the sprint to the race. Further behind, it looks like Black Box has defended Sniper off a P6, so a good recovery for the championship leader. And then Pangria and Tantam, the passes in 8 and 9. Got Josh Evans in P10 after his spin with contact from Sniper, so that is probably going to be reported. Let's see if as we head to the final few corners now, the Frenchmen's are all over Jerry, but Jerry I think is going to do enough and hold on for the first place here. And Axel! Axel went bold trying to put Jerry off, but it's not enough. Jerry's going to take the sprint victory, and he knows it. As he look at him, how confident he is. Jerry's held up the Frenchman for the sprint, but will the race bring anything different? Smith will finish P5, a great start on him. And then Black Box, Sniper, Pangrio, Tam, Josh is the top 10. And then Loki Chiefs, after something happened in that fast right-hander, Kale, Liam, Matt, Sarakaya, Mastiek, Nathan, and Sander. As Sander's tyres must have died off because you can see how much he's struggling. And Enzo will be in last position for the French Grand Prix. So now, let's see how this plays out, because we've got... Oh, this is... Right, so there's Jerry celebrating for the sprint ring. Right, let's see how this race. Driver of the day, obviously for the sprint, has to go to Smith for that. And now, obviously, we are on to the race now. There's the point, so Jerry gets an extra 8 points for his boost for a good finish in the championship. Right, and then Axet, Gurwil, Durham, Smith, Black Box, Sniper, and Pangrio gets another point in his as a F1 reserve. He's doing really solid pace lately in that as a reserve. But now, we'll have to see how this plays out, because you've got turn one, you've got 3 drivers at the front who are very feisty with each other, and then Job's just going to be sitting in the background waiting. But no, it's going to be interesting to see how the start of the race goes. Jerry did it perfectly, but it's not guaranteed he'll do it again, because one of the Frenchmen could fly up. Right, let's see how this race plays out now. On the tyre strategies, I feel like we're going to see a lot of guys starting on hard now. And we're going to have to hope the guys picked two sets of mediums. Because it happened to be an F5, I didn't pick the right compound mix, and I only had 1 pair. So yeah, we're going to have to hope this works out, because if it's not, it's going to be absolute chaos. The drivers are going to be absolutely screaming their heads off. Well, let's just see, as everyone is picking their tyre strategies while they wait to load in. It's going to be key to see who's actually going to get the start, because France is quite a tricky track. Because if you lose your advantage, you could not get it back. Unless you have the DRS, that's going to be the key detail here. So we'll have to wait and see how this plays out. Alright, so we just wait for everyone to pick their tyre compound and strategy today until when I load in. Right, so I don't know if the game's just broken or not. This game is so good if it has broke. Well, at least I got the sprint qualifying, so we can go with that. Oh, God. Oh. Right, so I don't know what's gonna happen here. Oh, there we go. I'll just need to quickly invite Sniper back because oh no, I can't. Right, so the title strategies, I feel like we're going to see a lot of hard runners. Let's snipe it. Let's see how this plays out in the race because there will sniper return, so hopefully he can take his car before the start. As the flights are coming on, you can see the hard runners already. As we're going to get everything up, be quick to start. Jerry, as I said, doesn't get as good start. Access stick to the outside. Further the back, it looks like everyone's going to stagnate. Josh is Access thought about it. But it looks like the top runners are going to keep their position. Black Box is into P5, a great start for him. As he's got ahead of Smith and all that. Further back, as Liam's the only one who's got mediums for the start of the race. And Enzo, sorry, I missed that. As everyone is starting to land, as he can't snipe and he take over his car. But obviously the game's a bit weird, when I let them allow him. But other than that, not much else going on for the start. So we'll have to see how it goes and see how this plays out. There's some changes. We've got already Loki up 3 positions. We've got Sarakai up 3, Nathan up 3, Enzo up 4. Sniper's driving like a rock, but obviously that's because the game's not letting him take control. We'll have to see how this plays out now. So the start of the race, it was thankfully clean for turn 1. Yellow flags, and it's Sander and Masiek. Masiek again gets tagged, and he's spun out. And it looks like it's a bit... Was it with Alpino? These two spun out. As Sniper Arctic returns, hopefully he can take his car back. But we start lap 1, lap 2 now. Jerry still leads the Grand Prix of Axa, Guru, Drum, and Black Box in the top 5. Smith is now going to deal with Pangria on him. Loki's put a push on, so it's going to be interesting to see who is going to make the push here on the hards here, or are they going to have to stay in DRS again? We've got a 29 lap race. We've got another stop as yellow flags. That is just a Sniper Arctic just can't take the control of his car for some reason. Masiek did have front wing damage. So we're just waiting to see if Sniper gets back because he said apparently Josh was reporting he had a bit of lag there during the sprint. So hopefully it's nothing serious with Sniper. But Jerry leads as we head into sector 3 now. The Frenchman in that McLaren, the Frenchman, bloody hell. The Frenchman behind him are looking for a good result in the Merc today, since obviously for their home race and for the championship also. We're going to see how this plays out though, because the DRS train is going to soon become an effect, and it's going to be the question is, are they going to stay behind Jerry again, or will they go a bit aggressive this time? As everything is stagnating, Jerome is just happily sticking to the behind of Google. Smith though hasn't much impact as the sprint so far. He's currently in P6, lost position to Black Box, who is under fueled, I've noticed. Same with Joel, Axa, and Jerry. So they think they can manage their fuel. As there we go, the fastest laps are starting to come in. Axa is now fastest car on track, a 34.5 on the hards. DRS is now enabled, so now this is going to be key for some drivers to keep their pace. The big question is, I'm wondering is Ken going to let Liam by? Because Liam's on the softer compound, on the mediums, compared to him on the hards. But we'll have to see if that actually happens or not, as we're going to head into the first DRS activation for this lap now. As further back, Liam is battling Enzo. Liam's gone to the outside, and it looks like Enzo's going to hold it off. It's going to have to hold off the move for now, but we're going to jump aboard the front runners. Nothing's going on in front. Axa yet again trying to feint him into a move. And it looks like the only battle is going to be the two of them that we saw before, Enzo and Liam. Liam breaks incredibly late to hold it. Contact, Enzo goes off track and gets the position. He needs to give that up, unless he's going to get a penalty. Because he did have space there, And Liam is going to get past him there. But there's a bit of contact there. Ken's got 3 seconds already. And Enzo goes for the switch back on Liam. And Liam can't do anything. Liam push up try now. Takes the board out. Enzo's just going to keep him off. He's up to P11 from starting P18. Still the further in front. The guys are still better. As lap 3 now, the guys are starting to slowly spread. Black Box has happily just got into the DRS now. Yep, as lap 4 now. Obviously, you haven't had much impact as the sprint so far. Enzo now joins the penalty party. As I've noticed, Sarakai has also joined that as well. And not much is going on here, as Jerry is just trying to manage the DRS and keep the cars behind. Lap 4 again, Axel. Axel doesn't give this up. Oh, it's further back there. So it's like, oh my god! What in the world happened there? Tam Tam and Loki had an absolute, an incredible crash. My word, that was huge. As Tam Tam's now dropping positions now, as he's got no right end plate you've seen there on Nathan's POV. And there comes Josh out taking a position as well. And I think Sarakai is going to do the same. So Tam Tam's going to be in the pits now. So that's hindered his race completely. And I'm curious, did Loki get any front wing? Or did he get a bump because of that? I don't know what in the world happened there. But that was huge. Thankfully, no safety car and no cars were tired from that. We're on lap 5 now. Jerry still leads the way in the McLaren. As the top 5 are still trying to... as Ken's now the fastest car on track. That is very interesting because he's got no DRS. So is that his pace or has he used a lot of DRS to keep that gap? Tam Tam's pitting, but the question is, what's he going to go for? He's on the hard already. So what can he exactly go for? He's going for soft, so he's going to soft medium to the end now. Well, I've seen that plays out now. Smith is on the rear of Black Box now. He's managed to stick with the King here, as it looks like he's going a bit punchy here, and it looks like he might be putting King under pressure soon. As Smith breaks incredibly late, nearly into the rear of a Black Box there. So Smith is looking very eager, as there are the top 6 now in the DRS. Kale is just 2 seconds back there, leading of Pangrio, Enzo and Liam. So again, we're starting to get groups splitting up because of the DRS. As Smith can see everyone ahead of him now to try and battle. As Smith just keeps it in the lines, but Smith is a good driver already, you've seen. His pace has been ecstatic. He messed up in the one-shot qualifier, but he's made up for it in abundance. And he's into P6 now and battling the top runners currently in the standings. So is he going to have an impact like Jerry, or will he have just a great solid result in his first race? As we further back, looks like is it Google's Axel's again done it again, but this time Jerry does not react at all still. So the two Frenchmen are trying to put off the race leader, but the leader is having none of it. The question is, Axel going to do it again? No, so they're just trying to put Jerry off his pace now and off the line to give them an advantage. But Jerry's holding firm and is refusing to back down. And it looks like Axel's going for it here now. Axel's gone completely. Jerry redlined his 7th gear. So Axel's plummeted by with ERS. Further back, Jerome's got the move also. Jerome goes deep in. Jerome's in for the switchback now. Can the Red Bull driver do it on the outside? He has the inside line now for the fast right-hander. Side by side, the Red Bull and the Mercedes. We haven't seen this for a while, haven't we? Though? Side by side, Jerome should have an advantage. A bit of contact to keep it in the bounds. We got yellow versus Sarakaya. And it looks like Jerome's going to do it, but Sniper's going to come back. Further out of snow, Goose makes fun. Contact was made, and Google spins out. As further back, Jerry got past Axel in Sector 3. But the big loss there was the Frenchman who's dropped all the way to P12. So his tyres, he's going to have to cool his tyres now before he can push. Just a little bit of contact there with Jerome there has impacted his race immensely. Now the Frenchman's going to have fire in his eyes and he's going to absolutely go for it. But we'll have to see how this plays out. As further about Enzo gets past Fangreal there for P7. So Enzo's had an incredible stint so far. That's a bit of usual line, Enzo, but alright. But this has allowed actually Ken to catch up to the leaders now because of this. Low key now joins the penalties. But he might get one removed because he did go off track with a contact from Tam Tam. We'll have to see how it plays out. But Ken's actually catching these guys, so it could be back to a 6-way battle. As I know the McLaren drivers are going to be loving that Google is better as. Meanwhile, Axel is trying to get back on Jerry. Jerry is going to go again for a switchback, but Axel blocks it this time. And it's got Sarakari spins out in the first sector again. But this time, Jerry yet again has better momentum coming out of that corner, and Axel has to let him go by. Is Axel going to go boldly return right? No, Jerry breaks late enough to hold the position. Jerome is just watching this, waiting for something to happen. And behind him, you've got King and Smith also. Now, it's going to be the big question is, because these two are fighting so hard, Jerry has the ERS advantage. But Axel, I feel like, is just trying to make his claim known that he wants to win his home GP. As Nathan now joins the penalties, he's currently P11 after what happened in the sprint race. Again, Axel is punchy again as the DRS is helping him immensely catch up to Jerry. Jerry was a little deep there, and Axel may have a better run coming out the corner. It looks like Ken is much better in Sector 3 and 1, but he struggles in Sector 2. As a spinner, that's Enzo! Enzo's great race. Unfortunately, he's had another incident. As there goes his counterpart Google into P11. And Sarakara tyres in the pits. He must have too many spins and his tyres were cooped. So unfortunately for the Turkishman, he can't finish this. Actually, yet again, is he going to take the lead? Jerry squeezes him off there a little bit. And Axel takes it again, but now is Jerry going to get the better exit and take it right back here? As Axel this time, but Jerry again, Jerry's using the DRS. There he goes. Axel knows he's coming. Oh, he moves to the inside last seconds. That was just the cusp of an instant. Jerry's got the outside. Just pushed off track there. Jerry's got the inside. Axel's trying to hold this. Contact and Axel's going to hold them off, but Jerry's going to come on the outside of this corner now. These two are scrapping away. As I said, they had conflict on and off the track. As you can see, it's still going on. But now Jerry has the DRS on Axel. And Joel and the Black Box are just passengers to watch this battle go ahead of them. And now look at Ken, he's much closer every time in Sector 3. It's Jerry, Axel's trying to break the toe there. Jerry has to DRS this lap. We'll have to see how this plays out. What a lap I'd have had that so much already happened. Google currently 11th, trying to battle back, but he has, I want to see how far. Google has lost 11 seconds to the leader. So unless Google can pull an absolute master stroke here, or a safety car, nothing much is going to change for Google, because France is a track where you really struggle to follow cars if you're in groups. But now, let's see if Jerry is going to come right past Axel. Axel has used a lot of ERS to get a gap built before the DRS. Jerry's getting his tyres off. These two, honestly, are going to be absolute headache. Axel holds this now, but Jerry again, is he going to go for the move that he's been doing? He doesn't go for it completely this time. And it looks like Jerry is going to be getting closer and closer. Is he going to go for a dive on the inside of the far right hand? No, Axel blocks it, puts his car right in the middle. But Axel's gone deep. Oh, Jerry slides! Jerry held it beautifully and just couldn't get the move. But Jerome is now sitting there behind, watching this so eagerly. He could be on for another podium here. And Black Box and Smith now looks like they'll be going in the compact soon. Combat. Can't speak English sometimes. Axel still needs to go break as we head on to lap 10. Again, he breaks the toe by sticking to the right. Now, the question is, obviously, because Jerry has much better ERS than any of these guys. The only one close is Smith. Oh, Smith, that's a bit of deep there for Smith. That might help Jerry there. Enzo's gone fastest now, and he's gone as Google gets into P11 now. So Google is on the charge, trying to get back as much ground as he can. Hopefully something happens to the front runners. As we head to the back stretch again, let's see if anyone's going to have it here now. Axel does it on the exit, as everyone else does, I've noticed. Jerry is quite far back there, as Axel's got Jerry charging him down. Jerry is much better coming out the exit of this corner. So is Jerry going to make his assault there yet again? He's overtook him 3 times doing this. Can Jerry do it again? It doesn't look like he's going to go full throttle this time. He stays behind the Frenchman. And again, he revs out with 6th and 7th gear, maximum. Let's see, as Jerry's just a bit too far back there, but obviously that shows Axel is pushing a bit, and Jerry is just trying to keep the car controlled. Jerome is actually putting he's keeping it very happily to these two. And obviously he's got black box, and Smith came all the way back to get right back on the gearbox of black box again. Smith is a definite podium contender this week for this race. After starting that one very P12 in the sprint, he's managed to battle back to P6, and then it's just been keep going and going. Kale is getting closer and closer, just can't get that DRS that he wants. Enzo picks already, so he's going hard to the end now. He's on an alternative strategy like everyone else. Josh has now got Google catching up to him. The Frenchman is trying to get into P8 now, and I'll have clean air after this to the car ahead, which is Pangarillo. So Enzo looks like it's going to come out on P15. So now he has to make those hard work and get the energy and heat into them. As we head onto the DRS, and look at how Cale Kane's 3 tenths in the first sector. That's how good his car setup is. And it looks like this time Smith's not going to be around. King can't defend against him this time. The Irishman got the inside. Who is going to take the position here? And it's going to be Smith just outbreaks the championship leader. But now, is Blackwood's going to try and come back at him? No! Smith takes P4 with a great move. And now can get out of the gearbox of Jerome ahead. Yellow flags, it's an Alpine. I think that is Sander. Yeah, it has to be there. Smith's here. Sander spun out there, and it looks like Enzo's catching up to him. And it looks like, as I've just realised, Jerry did take the lead back on Axel. He must have done it on that DRS straight when I've been focused on Smith. Sorry. So now, obviously, we're lap 12, going to be now. The lead has been taken by only Axel and Jerry at the moment. The Frenchman looking very fired up. Jerry looking very fired up to make it 3 in a row. Obviously, as a debut driver, it's a great with Liam's in the pits now, P8. Can he stay ahead of Enzo? This is going to be the big question for him now, because he's getting held back around. As Google gets into P8 now, so Google is still charging. He's now fastest car on track. That shows his pace. And Cale is just out of DRS. These guys ahead. He is so close. He's just pushing to the 1 second mark. But Cale definitely could be an attender if he could just get that DRS of the cars ahead. And he did get it. Cale has finally got the DRS. But further ahead, it looks like a bit of weaving going on ahead. Don't go too chaotic, guys. Axel now stays behind Jerry, but the big question is, I'm curious now what Cale can do with that DRS now. Because Black Box is struggling a bit now. Because he's lost 5 tenths already to Smith. He overtook him. Right, so lap 13 now. So Jerry and Axel are still fighting away. As I said, Jerry's going for 3 in a row. Axel's going for home victory. Oh, not much else is going on actually. Enzo did get past Liam there, although of the battle for the guys who just pitted. I'm surprised Liam did not stretch his stint out as he usually does. But other than that, it looks like there's not much else going on. But the pit stops are going to be the major thing here for these top 6. As Axel, look, Axel's flying yet again. Axel's going to take the lead again. As again these two swap the lead. Jerry's looking for the switchback, but just can't get the exit. And as I said just before that, the pit stops are going to be so crucial because I don't think everyone's going to pit in the same lap because Black Box and Jerry, they can't. They'll lose time. Kale gets a penalty now. So that could impact his transfer podium. And it's going to be the big question is, they have to warm their mediums up quickly also. But stick up on Jerry. Is Jerry going to go right past Axel because these two have been scrapping out? It looks like he's attacking. ERS is getting used and it's DRS. And they come side by side. And Jerry gets it. But Axel going to figure out the switchback. But Jerry breaks just in the corner to hold him off. Like, this is ecstatic how freaking hectic this race is. Right, so lap 13 now. Jerry still leads as Axel has been fighting. Jerome is just happy to stay behind him along with Smith, King and Kale behind. Matt has now joined the penalties. Pangrio now has to deal with the full force of Google with his eyes on fire. And he has to see how this plays out. So as we start lap 14 now, Jerry still leads in that McLaren as their Sniper's ghosted car. The Sniper was unable to join back for some reason and take control of his car. So Sniper's ghost car could play a very pivotal role here. Because can this help DRS be given to Jerry Ahead? Well, we'll have to see how this plays out. Well, lap 14, this is when the guys are going to start thinking about pit stops. And when guys are going to start pit stopping all sorts. So, we'll have to see how this will work. So, Jerry has caught up to Sniper, but it's obviously not close enough for DRS yet. Axel, though, is going to be on full throttle and might not go for a move, actually, this time. Unless he's going to brake late, like... No, he's just trying to dilly him again. So, I'm curious about who's going to pit first, though, out of these guys. Because the mediums normally last about 12-13 laps, I've noticed. Before it hits, as proven by Masiek, just gone fastest on the old mediums. So yeah, that's proven something. As there goes the go to the car of Sniper. Obviously, Sniper can't be penalised because that's not his car right now. He has not taken control of it, unfortunately. But it looks like this is going to obviously not much else is going to go on. I feel like till the pit stops going on. But I'm curious because Jolan could have a good chance for a win if he gets his pit stop perfect. As it looks like, as I've said this, Jerry and Axel just jumped to the pits. No, not Jerry. Joel and frickin' Jerry have just pitted. Axel, Smith, and Kale, though. Goowill's pitted also. So Goowill is trying to copy these guys. The medium's going on for these. And that's just a glitch. Obviously, there's no way Joel just lost it. I was going to say, if Joel had just taken Jerry in the pit. Hold on a minute. No, that's just glitched out. I was going to say, there's no way Jerome just took him in the pit stops, but no, it's just a glitch right now, because Jerry's car's apparently still in the pit lane, is what they're trying to say. When it's ahead, as now he has clean track, so that's a very good factor for these two. Now, Axel, Smith, and Black Box, I feel like, and Kale are all going to pit next lap. But this could be pivotal, because the one extra tyre on these hards could be key. Because this track's notorious for punches. Of how hard the tyres are. So we'll have to see how this plays out. Axel has a good match. As you can see, he's absolutely pushed like Hail Mary to build a gap up. Liam gets a 3-second time penalty now. Now the big question is, because Joel and Jerry are going to be in with each other now. Joel is about 1.5 back right now, so he needs to get that gap built up again and catch back up. Well, Jerry is going to run away with this. All the cars ahead should be pitting too, so this could be a great little genius as Joel and as Axel come to the pits now. Jerry, Black Box, and Kale all pit, like I said. And I feel like Josh might be the next car in the pit also. Josh keep clean pit entry along with Pangrio. Had a much better pit exit entry there than the Williams and Loki. Look at the rear! Loki at the rear there. Did he get front wing damage to the big Queen? But now, obviously, there is Jerry coming to the pit lane. Axel, Smith, Black Box, and Keel got their mediums on. They're coming down the pit lane. But there they are, and there is Jerry. And Jerry's going to take it. Droma is just going to get ahead of Smith. So we are back to the normal running order, but this time Jerry has a bigger gap and doesn't have the DRS attacking, as Droma is going for the move and takes the Frenchman as he's warming his tyres up. Goodwill though is right back in the frame in P7. And Kale obviously is still right in this fight also. But now, the big question is, Jerry has got a 1.7 gap. Because now he's managed his pit stop and he's burning the DRS to get away. So Jerry could be on for 3 in a row here. With that stunning pit exit and pit entry and his outlap. He's now got the 2 seconds while Drolam is holding up Axel, who's struggling to warm his mediums up. Wow, it's just going into that. Now Drolam is out of the DRS. He's trying to get away from the DRS attack of Axel behind, but he can't do it. So Axel's going to stay on it. Jerry could run away with this now. You thought it could be a Frenchman on the victory, but Jerry has managed his outlap perfectly to build enough of a gap and keep the lead. Now he's going to hope nothing happens to him in the rest of the race now, because if a safety car happens, that will be the key factor here, because that would bring back a certain Frenchman back into the action. Jerry has just proved his speed, and he's a 32.6 now. Axel's trying to get back up, but Jerry's extended his lap by 4 attempts now over Drone. So Jerry looks to be absolutely coasting here, and this could put him in a great chance for a championship battle. Not the championship battle, for a good finish in the championship with a few rounds left. So I'm going to quickly get the stands up right now and see and calculate this in my head now. So Black Box hasn't had a very eventful race today. He's currently in P5, not P6, sorry. And he hasn't done much actually. I think Black Box is just focused on getting points now. Black Box is currently leads the championship by 25 points, and the guy second is currently Axel. So Axel will only gain 8 points on Black Box here. Right, not much else going on, sorry, to see how this works out, but let's just see how this plays out. So, the championship battle will be down at 8 points there, but Black Box will still lead at the moment. Goodwill could lose a chance to win it with currently Black Box 4. Axel's fastest car on track as he got past Drolam when I was busy dealing with that little thing going on. The gap's now 1.7 now, so Axel is going absolute balls to the walls to catch up to the McLaren driver, but I don't think it's going to be enough, because he needs to do this every lap and have a lot of ERS, and I don't think Axel's going to have enough ERS to build the gap up, because he's currently 6 in the championship right now with his 3 wins. This is 4 wins in a row, sorry. So Jerry actually could be a great contender here to finish in the top 3 maybe at this race. Top 3, top 4 maybe. Currently 4th place, currently taken by Josh Evans. His consistency, even without victory, has kept him ahead of his teammate Drolam. But this race right now, it looks like Drolam might get into the Josh Evans. Enzo joins the penalties as the gap stays at 1.6 there. Axel needs to find 6 more attempts to get back in DRS. But it looks like he's been very, very eager in the corners compared to Jerry. He's just being very conservative. And it's going to be interesting to see who the podium is, because Jerome Huntley holds it. But can Smith do anything? His Black Box has dropped off massively now. So he's just trying to finish it, looks like. And Kale, obviously, is right behind the McLaren driver, so it could be these two battling for the last P5 for here at France. Right behind, you can see the Frenchman of Goodwill trying to catch them up. They've gained 1.4 in the few laps there. Could be in the fray for that P5 if he keeps this up. Josh Evans P8 though, after a bit of contact during the sprint, unfortunately has left him out of a great chance for points today. It'd be P8, be still points, but not as much as you think. Expected, I mean, sorry. Van Grio again in the points in the half today. And Enzo, great storm from the Frenchman into P10. Loki Chiefs at the contact is battling Liam right now, two British drivers. Liam on obviously the alternative strategy, remember, he started on mediums and went to hards. Looks like nothing else is going on actually at the moment. The smallest gap, as I said, is probably the top 4, like 8 attempts. Yellow flag, that is Sander, he's still going. He's just span out, it looks like. No contact. No damage, I meant. But about Liam has been overtaken by Nathan now. So, looks like Liam is struggling a bit. Oh, Nathan goes wide. He must have picked up a warning because of that. But this could be a chance for Liam to get right back into that P13, but P12, and he can't do it. The exit speed is just better for Nathan. Yeah, so it looks like the big battles will have that. It's Kale and Black Box for the P5, and then the last podium spot. Axel could actually push this into DRS. It's the gap's now 1.1. Axel knows how critical the DRS is. But have you noticed Jerry has not used his DRS now? So he is building it up, I feel like, because he knows Axel's going to come fighting back at him. As we'll have to see how this plays out here, because Axel's got 7 laps to get a DRS on Jerry, but then he has to stay with him every single lap to go for a move. Again, further back, so you got Joel and Smith further behind. Black Box has dropped 2.4 now. He's struggling on his mediums now. Now Kale could be on for a good point haul in P5 if he can get past King ahead of him. Kale hasn't had the easiest of seasons, unfortunately. Bad luck and the car biting him this season. He took a podium, but obviously his pace has deserved him of more podiums this season. It's just unfortunate the car will just refuse to go for him. Because it took Paul Australia, but the track caught him out and took him out of the race. So now Kale is just trying to do a good finish of the season here. As Nathan gets 5 seconds of corner cutting. I feel like I know what he's just... Right, that's going to be interesting. But as I've said this, Axel has gotten to the DRS now. But the big question is now, he's brought the 2 guys behind him now. So now we have a 4-way fight for the podium now. We have a McLaren, a Mercedes, a Red Bull, and an Alpine all gunning for a podium. And the question is, who is going to win out here? Because you've got an absolute exit fest. I feel like Axel must have better acceleration on the corners, and Jerry has a better for the top speed. Joel, I feel like, is a mix of the both, and Smith, I feel like, is better in the straights also. Just guessing from what I've been watching. Now, I'm curious, because now these top 2 are going to have to start saving the ERS now, because Jerry did still go 1 lap order, but you never know that 1 extra lap could cause tyre issues or even a puncture, because this track is notorious for killing tyres. And so I had that 2 seasons ago when I can't remember who it was. He was on for a podium. Oh yeah, it was Mike. On for a podium, but then his softs give up with a lap to go, and unfortunately he got a puncture in the final few corners. And unfortunately the softs completely killed his tyres. Softs were killed from the track, and unfortunately just couldn't get the points. Axel, a huge wobble there for the Frenchman. So Axel is absolutely on the limit there as he's trying to get his first ever French home win. But let's see how it is. Masiek's got another penalty, but he's currently P16. Masiek hasn't had the best of races today. He's been struggling to keep up to the pace of everyone else. And another one is Gould. Gould has stagnated at 3 seconds. He can't gain much time unless something happens to guys ahead of him. I don't think he's going to get anywhere better than P7. But the big battle then obviously is the podiums, because you've got Smith for his first ever podium in his debut, just like Jerry did, who won the race. You have Jerome going for another podium to try and get ahead of his teammate in the standings. 22 points for difference right now. And Axel, his first ever French home victory he wants to get. And Jerry for 4 in a row. I thought it was 3, that was my mistake. I completely forgot about 1 race. So Jerry is on for 4 in a row, and obviously all the guys behind him are after a great result also. So we'll have to see how this works out here. So let's just see how this works out, because these two are now going to save an ERS for one last push in the final few laps. So I think everyone else behind should be doing that, like Jerome and Smith, because they should know the last few laps are going to be the key ones here. Because if you can get past the car with 2 laps to go and hold them off, you could take the position happily. Yellow flags, and it looks like it is... Who is that? Oh, it's Enzo. Enzo's dropped out of the points now. Low-key is taking the final point there. But he has Nathan, who's having a great recovery yet again, into P11. We'll have to see how this works out here. Sniper's currently P18, ghosted, as we start lap 23. 4 more laps to go here. Axa is going to be trying to do the ball. There he goes again. He is trying to put Jerry off, but Jerry is focused on ahead and nothing else. Jerry's had to withstand a lot of pressure this race yet again. He did it last week with Google, and now this time it's the other Mercedes of Axa. After Google had contact with Jerome, which I feel like might be reported by the Frenchman. So Jerome's obviously penalty could be penalised. I don't know yet. We'll have to see how this works out. We've only got 3 more times on this start-finish straight. On this, I can't talk English. We've got 3 more runs through that stretch there, and that could be the key bit there. Because if you get ahead there and hold them off, you could win. You could get a better position. Because sector 3, if you could just hold the car off behind, you should definitely hold that position. Because unless you get a better exit on the final corner and get a better run, you could take the position. Or this flat right-hander could be a key one also. As Jerry is going all over to yellow flags. That is Matt's, I think, last time. Yep, Matt's has spun out. His tyres are overheated. Jerry now still leads, but the cars are starting to wobble a bit now, as you've seen. So these guys have been absolutely pushing them to the edge. Liam's spun out as well. It looks like P13 at the moment still, but he's lost. He hasn't lost anything there. Sorry, just the light looks like it did. Blue flags there. How's his sniper? Further ahead, the guys are still battling, and it looks like the only ones that might battle is Axa and Jerry for the victory. Smith is just a bit too far back to make a push and Jerome ahead, but unless he goes very eager, as I've said, they are saving the ERS, all these guys now. Google's cut 1.2 now, so he could actually get DRS before the end of the race. As Black Box has got past, has been overtaken. Sand has left the session, but he's still in. I really hope I got a race quit. Because if it is, that's not very good. But other than that, not much else is going on actually. Keel's on for a P5, holding off the championship leader. So this will hurt him a bit more now, so he'll have even less points. But you have to wait and see, because Keel's pace has been incredible in that Ferrari. He spun out during the sprint, but he's just been battling back there. And he could be on for a P5, and Goodwill could be a very pivotal moment here, because if he gets past Jerry, not Blackbox, sorry. This could help his teammate for a championship. But we'll have to see if he can get up close enough, because it's 1.4 and Blackbox is struggling heavily on his tyres. Because the gap's now different, is now into the 7/10 between him and Keel, and Google's 1.3 behind. So that's 25 now. Blackbox still leads. Oh, bloody hell, man, I'm so mixed up. Jerry still leads the Grand Prix with Axel, Joel and Smith all behind him. Happily staying in this DRS. There is the next group of Keel, Blackbox and Goodwill, who's 1.2 behind Blackbox for DRS. So all these guys are saving the ARS, knowing they're going to have one last push for the flag. Keel, that may ruin his points now. He had a penalty already, but that will drop him behind Blackbox, I think, now. Right, further in front, it looks like Axel is just trying to put the more pressure on the McLaren ahead, but Jerry yet again just holding him firm. He's got 2 more runs to deal with Axel, and that start finish that backstretch. And we'll have to see how this works out here, because these guys have been absolutely incredible all day. So Axa has been battling for the victory all day with Jerry. Jerry's been holding the lead almost all race. You got Drone holding on to that podium spot for his dear life, with Smith right behind. It looks like Tam Tam is spun out there, so he's not going to get any points in his return. But the big question is now, with 2 laps to go, is anyone going to get a bit eager now for moves? Because if you can take the lead now, you could hold it on if you're good enough. Massey's come out on soft to do fastest lap there, but he has to let all this lap traffic ahead of him get by, which he does. Google now is in the DRS of Black Box now, so this could be crucial here to help the championship battle for his teammate at AXA. Jerry is going to take the win, it looks like, unless AXA can do anything special here. And I'm not saying take him out. We're going to have to see how this works out here, because the DRS, even with DRS and ERS, if Jerry has enough, he can hold him off on this bit. So Black Box is going to have to do something Oh, there was Smith, he locked up! And Smith has to let everyone by. So that's Smith's podium map. Smith gets a 3 seconds, but that can be removed his race director. But that has cost him a chance for the podium on track. But thankfully, did the good thing, which is backed off and let everyone past him. So now he's going to be fighting to try and get back to that DRS with 1 more lap to go. 4 have become 3. Who is going to be taking that top step off the podium today? Is it going to be Jerry? Is it going to be AXA? Or can Drone pull up a surprise for P3? Smith looks like to be content with P4. Kale's holding off, but Google is going to be the next one also. And McLaren and a Mercedes battling for position. Yellow flags. I think that is Max again. Or was it Enzo? But at the moment, I really don't care, because you've got the battle going on for the victory. You've got 1 more lap now for these guys. AXA is going to be absolutely full on attack. Look at the gap. He's built 8-10 to Drone there. So Drone is just going to have to hang back and hope anything happens that he's still ahead of him. Jerry knows he needs to hold AXA off for 1 more DRS backstretch. As Max gets a 3-second time penalty. AXA, is he going to have enough to get side by side? I think he is, And AXA's going to go for the inside line. Jerry gives a little squeeze. And this side by side contact. Jerry goes wide, he gets a 3-second time penalty. AXA's on the cutback. Joe actually could do this here. Joe is absolutely flying. The Red Bulls on the outside of Jerry. Is Joe going to take a surprise victory here in the French Grand Prix? Joe has the better line on the outside. They're banging wheels. Jerry's still on the outside. AXA's gone to the inside. It's 3 wide for the win. Joe's been knocked off. Jerry takes it back. AXA's come back again. This is not done yet. We've still got the final 3 corners. Joe looks like he's out with his tyres. But if AXA can do anything, it's here. And Jerry defends the inside. Are we going to see a side-by-side finish? AXA is trying to get the run. Trying to do it. I'm going to come to the line. AXA's going to do it. AXA's won the French Grand Prix on the line. And Google have got P4. That's incredible. AXA's going to take the win without the penalty. It would have been like so close. Oh my word. That is an incredible finish to the French Grand Prix. Google's P4, Blackwood's P5, Smith drops to P6 though. Something must have happened to him when I was watching the guys in front. Wow. So that finish was incredible. Oh wow. So Well, wow. I'm still a bit. I'm still sorry, I've lost the words. That was incredible. On the line, the Frenchman takes his home win, but that was incredible. I'm still lost for words, but that was incredible. Wow. Wow. So, I know that's going to be a hectic penalty thing because Jerry did get a penalty this. He might be appealing that. I don't know. But right now, the top three are. So for the points, but obviously for the race victory, this is what it is. So let's just take that 3 seconds off. I want to see how close it would have been if it had 33,000 across the line. Wow, that was. Wow, so that was the race. As I'm gonna try and get these guys in. That was I don't know if they're gonna get good terms right now. Oh god, that'll be fun. But let's see if they'll join. Right, I'll get this chat sorted out. Right. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure this out at the top man. There we go. Right. So I know who I'm inviting. So as I said to the start of the race, France always brings something. It brought something. Because that was probably one of the most hectic and chaotic and extremely incredible races I've ever watched and been part of. Why do I always do this? I come back for one race and I always get the race which is absolutely full on chaos. Like, in the good way. But, I'm still, wow. I'm still a bit, lost for words of what just happened, but, yeah, we move. Alright, I'm just trying to get everyone in the party right now. Because I don't have everyone added. As I'm speaking of
Hey
one
boys.
person, yeah, there he is. So this is the race victory, who's not going to get it because he's disqualified.
What?
No, I'm
I did not
joking.
understood I was moving.
But okay, actually, do you see what my message said in the chat? How close it was in the line?
Eh.
33,000.
Yeah, but he would have been penalized anyway because it was quite dirty.
Yes, but I feel
All
like.
his this move.
I'll just see what Jerry said.
No,
He said,
look.
Jerry just said, oh yeah, he would because he liked the headers. It's actually quite good. Like, that's actually quite a good thing as well. 2 seconds. I need to get Jerome in because I don't know if Jerry wants to join. I'll see if he wants to. Just really trying to get Jerome added. All right. So, well, obviously, when I've got you here, Axe. So, how does it feel to win your home Grand Prix?
Uh, first of all, I will do the same as your championship leader. So I will thank you for commentating.
Mm-hmm.
I will thanks all the viewers for seeing the race, for watching the race. And yeah, it was quite entertaining. Oh, this was quite fun. Quite dirty sometimes, but yeah, quite happy to how I can say that. Can you invite Jeroen,
Yeah, I'm
please?
trying to. Yeah, I'm just trying to add him as a friend. That's all. Because
Uh,
refused to let us give him. No, but I literally thought he was gonna steal it when you two were having
uh,
conflict.
I just wanted to say that I send these guys home because this is my home, and
Okay, so
that's it.
Jerry's been invited. Joel's been invited.
Uh,
Oh, there he is.
there is my boys.
Hello.
If you
You
stole that, I would have screamed.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, yes, yes. No! The fact you went three wide at the flat right hander. It's like, bloody hell. But I don't think Jerry's going to join because he's probably very raging that he lost by 33,000.
because FVR is the best team, and
Oh, don't, no, we're not starting this in the fucking interviews, alright? I will give you a
like
penalty for this.
no, I don't want.
Okay, but we'll start off with Jerome because I don't think Jerry's going to join. How was it the race? Because you did really well in the sprint, really well in the race, and you nearly stole it at the end.
Yeah. Yeah. First of all, congrats to Axe for the win because you did a really good job today. And yeah, for me it was just chilling in the sprint. Made one mistake, and Gil got by, but then just settled for P4. And I thought, okay, we go again in the real race because my race pace was actually quite good, which I was happy about. And then in the main race, yeah, I was trying to stay with the front guys. That went well. Again, I'd never learned the breaking point for the pit, so I lost a lot of time in the pits again. Couldn't stay with Cherry, but luckily Axe had the pace to catch back up, and yeah, I almost stole it on the last lap as well. I don't know. I felt something was coming. I
No,
was
I
on the
did.
outside of Cherry in the flat right,
And yeah,
and
Axel
then
went to the
we were
inside.
yeah, and then we went three wide in the next corner, and I could have stuck around the outside, but I backed off in the end because I knew three wide doesn't go there, and I would have
Yeah,
been like pushed up.
I had the same view as
Yeah.
Will Jerome. I was like, something's going to happen between these two of these flying after that. If Jerome comes through and takes this, I'm like, wow. And as it nearly
Yeah.
happened for you, but unfortunately, Axis just somehow clung on to it.
Axel, where did you come from there? Because I thought you were, I thought I was only battling Jerry, and I saw three arrows suddenly.
I don't
Where did you come from on the last lap to make it three wide?
He went stupid, he dove.
he wanted to put me in the wall.
Oh,
The
yeah,
turn
yeah.
just before, I said, you won't take the corner, bro.
I saw that. Yeah, he tried to kill you.
So, yeah, fucking dirty.
Yeah.
Okay, oh yeah, I was going to say, Axe as well. Did you notice that your teammate helped you as well for your championship push?
Sorry?
Because Google took over Black Box with the final few laps. So that's helped him points as well.
Yeah, that's very good.
But obviously, you did a really good race. Obviously, you were top contender for that podium all the way along. You had Smith behind you, but unfortunately, he locked his brakes up and went straight on at the straight.
Yeah, no, he should get his penalty removed at
Yeah,
least. He was driving fast for.
he's got
But
everything ready for like race director and all. I've told him he's fine. But no, it
yeah,
was a
no,
good
it was
battle.
early braking for Jerry and Axel. I had to go early, and he was trying to overtake me in the straight. So he came out with a lot more speed than normal, and he had to go straight. So yeah.
Yeah, but was it a great race for you? Another podium for you today. Obviously, you're trying to catch up to your teammate in the standings, I can tell. And this is obviously going to
Yeah.
help you because he's finished P8, if I'm correct.
Yeah, he did a good comeback drive.
I know, after a little
Yeah.
contact. But no, obviously you were
Yeah.
on the ball all the time, and basically you could have easily took the victory just if they couldn't just fight back enough there on you.
Yeah, no, just happy with the pace today. It was good.
Yeah, but obviously well done on seeing your P3, or well P2 at the moment. I completely forgot the penalty of Jerry, but obviously that's helped you a
Yeah,
lot.
Hexa. Sorry, what's up, Hexa?
Yeah, keep saying to me I can't talk to him, so I don't know if my internet's dying or it's him.
I'm in 4G, so
I'm hearing two people speak at the same time. But Axel, maybe try rejoin the party.
yeah, I will try to rejoin.
Yeah,
Just a
Okay.
second.
that's fine.
Okay.
No,
Yeah, Axel will rejoin.
that's fine. So I'm going to ask you, when you saw those two ahead of you going for that, did you think you could go for victory when you saw them go wide?
Yeah, I knew something was happening, so I was trying to get that good exit and try and at least make up a position there. And when Jerry tried to put Axe in the wall, that was the perfect opportunity for me to try and overtake them. So,
Well, but obviously I literally thought you were going to do it, but I think Jerry just got enough of an exit to hold you off. But then you had the outside line. I feel like if you had the inside, you could have took it.
yeah, no, inside line is very key there. But yeah, as I said, I had to go on the outside, and I could have
No,
stuck it on the outside, but
you could have just turned into Jerry and spun him out into access sword. You probably would
yeah.
have won the race with even with a penalty included.
Yeah, I know, but that's not how we want to race. So
Yeah, I know,
for
but obviously it was a good race for you. Obviously, doing a great job trying to help you get your championship back on track for a P4 finish at this rate.
yeah,
But obviously now we can move on to Axa, who stole it on the line by 33 thousandths before penalties got applied. So, Axa, the fact that it was you and Ghoul at the start, Ghoul had contact with Jolam, so I feel like he might be reporting you, Jolam, for that. But we'll have to see how that plays out. But Axa, obviously, you were on the ball all day here for your French Grand Prix. You finally got your home victory. Obviously, how does this feel for your championship all as well?
Um, I was quite disappointing of wet quali.
I can tell by
Because
you can tell by your comment in the chat.
I was quite fast on one shot, so started P3. It wasn't so bad. So I think I had the pace to overtook Jerry, but I didn't. Uh, uh, there was no point to take a risk against these guys because he
Meanwhile, you
want
in
to
the
make
last.
black box win. So
Me-
if I go for a move, I risk to be killed and start in the back of the race.
Mhm.
And after in the long race, it was a mess again. It was I overtook him, he overtook me back like 5 times.
Says the guy who
We
kept feinting him to try to hit the inside line, Axa. I watched you do that like 10 times.
Yeah, I put him the pressure.
And he didn't crack. It didn't work on him.
Yeah, but at the end I finish in front, so
Oh, I knew you were going to
never
say
mind.
that. I should have known you were going to agree with that at the end. Like, oh,
And
yeah, I won the race because of him. You're a cocky prick sometimes, you know that?
and so he pitted one lap before, and my in lap was nice, but I think the medium on the second part of the track was decent. So he gained like 3 seconds maybe, and I let through Jeroen because I there was no point to fight, and I had cold tire, so I wait I wait yeah I wait um, uh, to
Well, I noticed your out lap, you pushed, like, on your in lap, you pushed all your ERS out of that car to try and make it work.
yeah.
And unfortunately, obviously, you came behind Drill and who overtook you. That gave you the DRS, and then obviously you just
But
you pulled everyone along with you.
how many percent had Jerry when I pushed all my ERS to come back?
I don't actually know. I couldn't see the tire temperature or anything. I was so busy watching you
No,
two
no, but
absolutely.
the ERS percent.
Oh, at the end, on the final lap, you had 30%. But obviously, you had the DRS and ERS. Obviously, you eventually got to him.
Okay.
And I think he was trying to focus on a better exit as well at the start finish straight. Not start finish straight.
Mm,
The DRS straight. No, but obviously, actually, this helps your championship hopes a lot, especially with Google overtaking Black Box in the final lap also.
yes.
So I don't know what the points are right now, but I feel like you've gained.
Uh,
Oh no!
I feel
I think you're behind them by about 6 points.
6 points.
I think, yeah, because you got the victory. He only got like 6 points, so yeah, he's 6 points ahead of
The,
you.
this is exactly the race I wanted.
And next week, what track is that actually?
And do you remember who said this was a fight between Guil and
Yeah,
Black Box?
I
DB?
remember that. 2 seconds.
Uh, but I think, yeah, we'll see.
All right, so I'm
This
going
is
to
not
ask you
over.
to. How do you feel about Spain next week? Oh well, only you now actually, because Jerome left.
Spain, we did it on PSGL last week,
Oh yeah,
and the I need to change a bit my setup because too much downforce,
mm,
and if I want to overtake for any reason, I need speed
yeah, I get you.
speed.
But obviously, well done, Axel, for your victory today. Obviously, looking forward to Spain because obviously
Yeah,
we're back to normal qualifying for that. This is the last sprint of the season.
mm,
And obviously, well, I guess well, for me and Axel, say goodbye and obviously see you next week.
yeah. See you guys.